Good morning. It is Friday. We have made it. I had a bit of a rough week, I think, with, I don't know if anybody follows the Schumann resonance at all. The earth vibration was all over the place this week. I'm very, very hypersensitive to energies like that. And we had a lot of solar flares as well. So I've been really, really kind of off. But I'm starting to feel better today, so hopefully things are breaking. We've had a lot of humidity, a lot of really dark weather, hot when it's sunny, like it's just been all over the place. So hopefully I'm on the other side of this, but yeah, it's been energetically, naturally very, very unstable week. So what are we letting go of today? And that is the Hermit. The Hermit is introspection, wisdom, solitude, and inner guidance. This is a Virgo card. So we are releasing the need to have every answer before moving forward. Sometimes we can sit and do the work, the hard work, ponder, go into ourselves, and that's exactly what it becomes. It becomes work and not progression, work and not movement. So this is asking us today to realize that you can trust the work that you've done, but it's also a good way to realize that it's okay for you to move forward without all of those answers. The answers will come eventually. You don't have to stay stuck in your own healing as well. So this is letting go of the isolation that from yourself and others. When we do a lot of heavy work and stuff in general, we tend to cave, and that's exactly what this is. He's, she's levitating outside of a cave. And this is basically saying that sometimes we do need that community as well. We need to be around others. We need to go out, do things, not be in solitude all of the time. The other day we had the Three of Cups card with just, that community of like-minded people, those people who have your back, who will listen to you, who you can be there and lean on and will support you. And this is basically saying, solitude is great for certain things, but you can't stay there forever. Get out of your own comfort zone, even if it's reaching out to an old friend. It's time for you to do a little bit of outward work as well. Drop the belief that you must figure out everything alone. That's why they call them sounding boards. So if you're working on something and you need answers, it's great to have that introspection. It's great to look at yourself and, as I said, do that shadow work. But we also need to have the sounding board of other people. We tend to, judge ourselves and see ourselves in a different light and not necessarily see all the lights in the corners. So we might be missing something in your own journey that somebody else is seeing and can give you that information that you seek that could actually change the direction that you're actually going in. Because we only see ourselves from a certain lens. I talk a lot about becoming the observer in our own lives, but that is a muscle that you have to work out. It's not an easy thing. So we get trapped in our own patterns, that devil card energy. So we can actually spin the wheels too on our own experiences. So it's sometimes nice to ask for outward information, sometimes saying, I'm really struggling with this. What do you see in this situation about it? So stop hiding your light while you're searching for more knowledge. And that is basically saying, you can be forever a student, but if you're meant to lead and be a teacher, you have to step outside of those comfort zones as well and know you can learn and teach at the same time. It is not an easy thing if you have ADHD, that perfectionism complex. You want to know that you have everything in order, all those I's dotted and T's crossed kind of thing. But you can't hide your light from the world. If this is your calling and this is something you're meant to do, meant to give information to others, meant to be that lighthouse, that beacon in the dark for others, you have to light it up by showing up. So this is asking you today to possibly step out of that comfort zone and realize that you can be a light in the world. We need more, light workers, people in the healing arts, people who are empathetic, sympathetic to everything that's going on right now, to get out there and shine and show everybody that there is light still available, and you might actually be that light for somebody else. And trust the wisdom is meant to be lived and just not collected. When we look at the fact that we keep learning and, possibly upgrading our skills and doing more, this information is there to be shared. And a lot of times, we tell ourselves the stories that we're not good enough, we don't know enough, nobody's going to take you seriously, coming up with that imposter syndrome feeling again. And this is telling us to turn all of that information into wisdom. No two people see things the same way. So the way I work with information might not be the way that you work with information. And that is perfectly okay. But if I can take that information, and I just saw like a silver spider web, and thread things through differently, that in turn makes you see things something differently, then you're taking that knowledge and spinning it into wisdom for the world. And we need more people who walk that web, people who walk in the wisdom and can bring that light out to other people. For Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn, so this is an Earth card. The Hermit is a beautiful teacher, carries the lantern or shining the light because not because they know that the entire path is lit, but because they trust the next step. This card reminds us that reflection is essential, but eventually the journey has to continue. So share that light, share that knowledge as you keep walking forward. The Ace of Cups. Cups is water. Water is emotion. So we are dealing with emotions, love, intuition, healing, and new beginnings. This is Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces energy today. Pisces, fish. You'd think I'd remember what the other water sign is. I never remember. Poor Pisces. I apologize. So grow your capacity to receive love. As you can see there, she's got the beautiful cup there between her hands. I like to see that as, from my perspective, energy work, Reiki energy, infusing that cup with love. And it is asking you to grow your own capacity for love as well as giving it. Open your heart to that healing and compassion. That's healing and compassion for yourself, for others, for the world. You can see all the little energies bubbling up and bubbling out of that. And her heart center there, the heart center, good Lord, has an actual halo around it, which is indicating that holiness of ourselves and our commitment to our path. Welcome that emotional renewal in today. Just embrace the newness of that compassion that you can show for you. Every day is a journey, and this is asking you to really start flexing that compassion muscle for yourself. Trust your intuition and your spiritual connection, which goes beautifully with this card. So trust that intuition. Water is about that inward journey a lot of the times with emotion, with those connections to otherly things. So this is asking you to trust that connection today and allow your heart to grow with gratitude. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership, and there's always something in our environment, in our life, no matter what things are going on, that you can be grateful for. I know after my family died, within the 10-month period of time, things were pretty bleak. I started a gratitude journal, which I did for well over, I think it was 1,200 days. I did 10 steps of gratitude, so 10 things I was grateful for every day. And I'm going to tell you, some of those days, I kept writing down, I am grateful for oxygen, because that's all I had at that point. I'm grateful I'm breathing. So you can be grateful for things you're not even, would you expect being grateful for oxygen if you're looking around going, oh, well, I'm having a shitty day? Well, you're breathing. So really tap into that gratitude and learn how to use gratitude to your advantage. For Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, the Ace is representing our opening of our heart center, which is beautiful, beautiful work. There are heart-centered breath work you can do where you breathe through the nose and then exhale, and then you actually envision yourself breathing through that heart space and expanding it open. And it's an absolutely beautiful practice. And that healing begins when we allow ourselves to receive freely as we give. So this is as we open ourselves up to the journey of being with others, helping others, being compassionate to others, that's also actually helping ourselves heal as well and open that heart space. So the hermits spend time alone, not because they wanted to escape the world, but because they wanted to understand it more. Climbed the mountain, asked the difficult questions, and sat in the silence, searched for truth, and in that quiet, discovered something quite expected. It was only ever meant to illuminate the next step. The Ace is overflowing, radiant, and alive. And the Hermit says, I've found wisdom. And the Ace of Cups says, well, now you can go experience it. There comes a point in the spiritual journey where knowledge becomes compassion and where wisdom becomes love. And this is where we're starting to go to with this. Healing stops being something that you study and starts becoming something that you truly embody. This feels especially incredible reading today for energy workers, quantum workers, Reiki workers, practitioners, coaches, caregivers, anyone involved in the healing arts. So sometimes we spend our times looking for the next course, the next teacher, the next answer in our path. And the Ace of Cups is actually reminding us that the greatest wisdom arrives not through the mind, but through the heart. As we open that heart, the Hermit can come in behind and illuminate that with love and with light, and then fill the Ace's cup with love. Together they remind us that the greatest spiritual path is one of wisdom and compassion, and they actually walk side by side together. So release the need to keep on searching and grow your willingness to receive. The wisdom you've been seeking may already be waiting inside the heart. So what wisdom have you discovered about yourself? And how can you stop searching for the next answer and begin living the one that's already in your heart? So that is the reading for today. I am using the law of positivism, law of positivism today deck. Tongue-tied. Whoopee. Okay, so that's going to be the card. And I love this. I deserve to receive and give love. And this is a brilliant card because they are both illuminating that path from the tower behind. And this is all about that illumination of love. Giving and receiving. The more you give, the more you receive, and the more you receive, the more that you can give. And this is where we talk about the yin and yang of life. Like, I know being in the healing arts, a lot of us tend to give and give and give of ourselves and either are sheltered or shut down to receiving, or don't feel deserving of that receiving. And it's a really fine line to be able to open yourself back and say, this is my worth. I am worth receiving as well. And being open to that, because when you're open to both angles, giving and receiving, is where that infinity comes in. I just saw the infinity symbol and the giving back and forth, and I just saw which is the Six of Pentacles card, which has that infinity symbol in it. That giving, receiving imbalance, that card can be seen either direction, and it's both giving and receiving, which I often see as the healing arts card because of that exact thing. We have to be more open to how we receive, and it's not taking. And I think that's where we get hung up. This isn't about taking. It's about receiving what's being given to us. And this might have just been an aha moment for me. You're not taking anything, you're accepting it. And so these readings really help my path and my journey as well as information comes through. So that is great. So I deserve to receive. I deserve. And there's the other big word there, which is about worth. Because you're here, you exist on this plane, in all of the infinite possibilities of what could have happened on your journey, you decided to incarnate here on Earth. And because you are here, you are worthy and you are deserving. So I deserve to receive and give love. This is an absolute beautiful card today. So until next time, may your path be gentle, may your heart remain open, and may your soul always remember that you are the medicine. I will see you next week. Bye.